Oh, my heavens, you are tremendously good looking. Now, of course, I'm referring to myself here. Today's topic centers on what this woman over here is referring to about manipulative withholding of the goodies, the feminine goodies, if you know what I'm talking about.
In a world full of loonies and fools, there remains but one voice of reason. Ghostbusters past, handsome, bold, and refined.
Too many women use sex as a weapon, and let me tell you right now, that is toxic as hell and one of the biggest turnoffs for men. Ladies, if you are withholding intimacy just to punish your man or control him or think you have the upper hand, you're not being powerful. You're being manipulative, and men see it. You can play the prima donna character all you want.
Strong woman.
But here's the truth. No high-value man is sticking around for a woman who uses sex as leverage. He will go find a woman who actually respects him, values him, and isn't afraid to get down and freaky with the man that she loves.
Preach, girl,
Stop
preach.
being vanilla. Stop acting like intimacy is a bargaining chip and start realizing that real connection means vulnerability, passion, and respect. Men don't want a freaking roommate. They want a partner who actually desires them constantly. So girls, stop weaponizing.
Now, this lady here has kind of taken the internet a little bit by storm. At least she pops up in my feed quite often. I believe she is a married one on here, speaking on the rights of men and proper marriage dynamics. She does dress a little provocatively there, which perhaps has something to do with it, maybe a little less traditional than others might agree with. But you got to get the view somehow. I got this handsome face for mine. So on the matter that she's speaking of, women utilizing the intercourse, the loving intimacy as a form of manipulation, most often by what? Well, it reminds me of playing out on the playground years ago. You have somebody, let's say he's got a new shiny ball. He wanted to go and play, and he wanted to feel a little bit in control. He didn't like other people dictating. He liked having the position of power. So when other people came over to play, he'd say, no, this is my ball. If you want to play with my ball, you gotta, what? You gotta play by my rules, sucker. You have to abide by whatever I say. Otherwise, what? It's gonna happen? I'm gonna take my ball. I'm going home, and you get nothing. So a lot of the desperate ones there who enjoyed the sport so much, we'll say, the sport of the ball, they had no other option. This is the only ball they're ever going to have, so they believe. There is no place else for them to play ball. And so they imagine, I don't want to lose my ball playing privileges, I better, well, damn, I guess I'm going to have to give in to old Sabrina's demands. And they wind up playing ball with a goofball. Some tard out there telling them what to do and bossing them around. Now, you know what pretty much always happened there is while people loved playing initially, they started to resent the fellow making all the rules, or the girl in this case, or the ball, of course. And so the participants begin thinking, I'm not gonna put up with your crap. I don't like playing that much. And this could go on for a long time. They could play, get a little more tired over time, until one day they think, I'm not gonna play anymore. And so we all know the withholding, rule creating side of things, but there's also another side here that women utilize and implement. They usually fall on one side of the fence, one or the other. It's all very commonplace. The withholding, that's kind of the most natural. I've got this, I'm going to keep it unless you do what? Whatever I want. The other side, perhaps even more sinister, malicious, simply because it seems so outwardly appeasing, amenable, amicable even. Dare I say, charitable, generous. It gives the appearance of someone who authentically enjoys and wants to facilitate good deeds in others' enjoyment. So what is its strategy that they will utilize? Once the ball and control rule-making, mine, no, you don't get any, and then everyone dissipates. Everything disappears. The next strategy they often employ is, oh, wait, everyone, wait. You guys can use my ball. Yeah, what game do you guys want to play? When they lose everybody and they feel that loneliness set in, they now offer the ball freely. For what purpose, though? In the hopes that the others will stay around and play. They want to keep the attention, to keep feeling important as if they have some sort of control. And when that initial domineering, overpowering style dries up and everyone catches on to the game, they often will transition to the appeasing, the fellow who likes doing good for others. Now, as we relate that to the female here and her feminine goodies, as we'll say, she will go from putting you down, denying, to all of a sudden, they will now offer it freely. They will initiate even, perhaps. They won't turn it down. They will keep giving it and giving it. And so, is this enough? Is this enough? Oh, yeah, really. Not because they actually enjoy it, even though outwardly they may present such a thing to you, but inwardly it is still a game of survival. It is a selfish, all-consuming desire of their own, just to have that control. So it is a way of exerting power maliciously, because it is surreptitious. That secretive little backdoor entry they use, and it's even more difficult for most men to spot and overcome, because if you like that sport so much and it's being given to you at such a rate, it's never turned down. It's much more duplicitous and difficult to spot, to locate, to witness, and remove yourself from the situation where you can say, wait a minute now, this is being offered to me, but what am I having to give in return? Nothing's ever free. And that's when the eureka moment sets in, like a movie montage, that little genius blackboard and all the little formulas, icons flash in his mind, and he starts piecing it all together, all the puzzle pieces, thinking back, oh my God, this was happening. Wait a minute, she did this because of that. The sinister, it's rotten. I can't believe how diabolical it's been. So it is not simply the withholding aspect that women utilize. There is also the abundance, the overabundance, the overly generous, but inauthentic. Overly generous and inauthentic. Is that an oxymoron, or does it I think it makes perfect sense here. Outwardly overly generous, while inwardly calculating and manipulative, simply so they can secure more of what they want, not because they actually desire and want to please, but because they want to preserve and maintain what it is they do desire. So, boys and gals, that is something to watch out for. In the meanwhile, I have done enough ranting here for the moment, so let's play my song. And as always, boys and gals, until next time, Ghost Missus, take a little break. Now, play the song here. Classic.